Welcome to the bottom of the rabbit hole. Salute to you for tuning in. You are always appreciated. In this video, we have some breaking news. Netflix is in position to buy Warner Bros. And HBO Max in a blockbuster $82.7 billion deal. Later in the video, I want to highlight a statement made on the Netflix website that may give us some hope in regards to the future of the Matrix franchise. But first, let's get into the Variety article that says, quote, Netflix to buy Warner Bros. And HBO Max in $82.7 billion deal. It's official. In a move that will dramatically reshape the entertainment business, Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery announced an agreement Friday under which Netflix will acquire Warner, including its film and TV studios, HBO Max and HBO. The deal has a total enterprise value, including debt, of approximately $82.7 billion, with an equity value of $72 billion, the company said. The announcement of Netflix's deal to buy the Warner streaming and studios business came after a weeks-long bidding war that pitted the streaming giant against David Ellison's Paramount, Skydance, and Comcast. News broke Thursday evening that Netflix had entered into exclusive negotiations with WB Discovery on a deal for Warner and HBO Max. Netflix said it expects to maintain Warner Bros.' current operations and build on its strengths, including theatrical releases for films. Currently, Warner has deals to release its film in cinemas through 2029. In the near term, Netflix signaled it would keep HBO Max as a discrete service, while it also touted the addition of HBO and HBO Max content to its lineup. By adding the deep film and TV libraries and HBO Max programming, Netflix members will have even more high-quality titles from which to choose, the company said. This also allows Netflix to optimize its plans for consumers, enhancing viewing options and expanding access to content. The deal is expected to close in the next 12 to 18 months, the company said, after the previously announced separation of WB Discovery's TV networks division, Discovery Global, into a new publicly traded company, which is now expected to be completed in the third quarter of 2026. The transaction was unanimously approved by the boards of directors of both Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery. The deal is contingent on the completion of the spin-off of Discovery Global, as well as regulatory approvals, the approval of the deal by WB Discovery shareholders, and other customary closing conditions. Netflix faces a potential hurdle in clearing the WB deal over antitrust issues, a point that Ellison's Paramount Skydance emphasized in its communications with the WB Discovery Board in its last bid. Representative Darrell Issa raised that concern in a November 13th letter to Trump administration officials, writing, with more than 300 million global subscribers and a vast content library, Netflix currently wields unequaled market power. Under the agreement, Netflix will pay WBD a breakup fee of $5.8 billion if the deal fails to close under certain circumstances relating to the failure to obtain approvals, or if U.S. or international regulatory bodies block the transaction, the streamer disclosed in an SEC filing. We've signed a deal, and we are running full speed toward regulatory approval, Sarando said on the analyst call. Hollywood industry groups, including the Directors Guild of America and theater chain trade group Cinema United, have also come out in expressing fears that Netflix's takeover of WB will harm the movie theater biz. Netflix, in its announcement, asserted that the deal will result in a stronger entertainment industry. Per the company, this acquisition will enhance Netflix's studio capabilities, allowing the company to significantly expand U.S. production capacity and continue to grow investment in original content over the long term, which will create jobs and strengthen the entertainment industry. The streamer also claimed that a combined Netflix WB will provide more opportunities for the creative community, saying in a statement, by uniting Netflix's member experience and global reach with Warner Bros.' renowned franchises and extensive library, the company will create greater value for talent, offering more opportunities to work with beloved intellectual property, tell new stories, and connect with a wider audience than ever before. So that last point was pretty much copy and pasted directly from the Netflix website, so I wanted to track that piece of information back to the source, where Netflix says, quote, more opportunities for the creative community. By uniting Netflix's member experience and global reach with Warner Bros.' renowned franchises and extensive library, the company will create greater value for talent, offering more opportunities to work with beloved intellectual property, tell new stories, and connect with a wider audience than ever before. And I think this is significant because while I believe that Netflix is mostly making reference to the DC comic intellectual property, it should be noted that Netflix produced the Sense8 series created and directed by the Wachowskis, which featured several cast members who were also featured in The Matrix Resurrections, including Brian J. Smith, Toby Onwumere, Max Remelt, and my personal favorite, Arundhira Ibarra. Now, if you watch the Matrix rights sold from Village Roadshow to Alcon Media video, here on this channel, you already know that the Matrix franchise rights situation is a bit messy to say the least. There have not been any official Matrix 5 announcements since the news of the merger broke today, but Netflix announcing on their own website that they have plans to expand on the new intellectual properties they will acquire is certainly a reason to be hopeful. So stay tuned. And Major Matrix University shout out to everyone in the Matrix University Discord and over on Instagram who shared this breaking news story in the early hours of the morning. We are still here. Like, share, subscribe, and support the channel by heading over to agentsyndicate.online, where you can find links to all social media, merch, and purchase the paperback version of the Agent Syndicate webcomic. And remember, as one realizes that one is a dream figure in another person's dream, that is self-awareness.